Hey, we're Susie Edwards, Angie Robertson. These fireside chats are where we get real about what we're learning as we build tools and community for helping professionals who want to expand their toolbox. Whether you're a coach, a therapist, nutritionist, doctor, anyone who works with clients.
But here's our thing. We don't just talk about tools, we embody them first. We test them in our own lives, we share what actually works in the community, and then we bring that lived experience to our clients. So grab your coffee and let's dive in.
Hey,
Hi.
Angie.
Hello. Okay, I have a topic for us.
I have no idea what Angie's bringing
She
up.
has no idea. Okay,
No.
so, we're at the beginning of the year now, and this comes from a conversation that I had with a client at the end of last year after they did their wrap up and they were looking at how they wanted 2026 to go. And then all of a sudden, there was kind of like a bit of overwhelm. Like, okay, wait, actually, like there's a lot that I want to do. And so now I'm like, where do I begin? So that's what I thought we could talk about today is like, so maybe you've come up with this whole big list of things, or you have a client who's come up with a whole big list of things that they want to do. They're excited, got their learnings from 25. They're like, 26 is going to be a big year. And then all of a sudden you're like, there's a lot to do.
Is it me? Are you talking about me? Because
Yeah.
that's how I feel. I'm like, I got so much. Yeah. I mean, how fun that they're so excited that there's so much on their list. But I have a question though. Was it like all over the place? And because they're so excited, or like, how did the list end up being so big?
Well, in this particular situation, it was really about a lot of business ideas and things that this client wants to do regarding business and like continuing to work on something that they have going on now while starting something new. And the different steps and possibilities that could come with new business ventures.
Are you sure you're not
You
talking
know,
about me?
I'm actually not, but I thought I could be like, I feel it resonated with
Yes,
me.
totally.
Obviously, it's resonating with you. So, anyway, what do we think about this? I know what I think, but what do you think? What are your general
Well,
thoughts?
my general thoughts, literally, I did have that. I was like, oh my gosh, there's just so much I want to work on, not only on business, but then I realized that I have a big personal list too. And knowing myself, this is what I do. I have like, that's part of my charm is I like a lot of a multitude of things to work on, but that in the end, because I know myself, it doesn't work out. Right. So, because at some point in the beginning of the year, I think I can take on so much. And then maybe by February, mid February, March, I'm like, I'm tired. Like, I'm already like burnt out. So, and that's kind of how I see it for most of my clients too, is like, hey, let's do a slow roll into this. And that's what I'm trying to do for myself too. It's like, what would be the top three things and my non-negotiables that I really do need to focus on? If there's space, then we can add something else, but let's not talk about that until February. Truth is, even if you're working on your business, you're still going to the gym, you're still eating well, you're still taking care of your kids, you're doing that. But what would be your non-negotiables, um, goals that you
Mm-hmm.
really, really want
Yeah.
to accomplish by the end of 2026? I was about to say 2025, that you'd be look back and be so proud of and happy that you accomplished or found out and learned and pivoted or whatever, made the mistake and decided to let go of. I don't know, but at least you dug in and did it and tried it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, perfect. That's pretty similar to what I said. And so several of my thoughts are that like we just had to pick something and go.
Yeah.
Like I didn't want this person to stay in overwhelm of like, there's so many. So we were just kind of like, well, as part of the plan that we're going to set out, we're just going to pick something and go and figure it out and go see how is it working? Is it not working? So I guess that's my first piece of coaching to her was let's just pick something to try.
Yeah.
Might not be the and give ourselves permission that might not be the right thing, but we'll learn. And that's actually it leads me into, one of the tools that I'm really using this year, and I'm going to give 2026 the year of this experiment, which is the quarterly planning. And you may be
I
doing
was
a ton
thinking
of
about when you
quarterly
said that.
planning,
Yeah.
yeah, out there in life, but I really wasn't until last year thinking of life in quarterly plans.
Mhm.
And, you can go and check out videos that we've talked about the 12-week year and like how you plan out your goals with respect to that. That has really resonated with me because that coupled with like I am going to do it quarterly has made those longer term visions or goals, yearly ones, feel more bite sized. And so I almost had permission, and we talked about this, my client and I, of like, okay, but let's just see what do we want to get done by the end of March? Because that's
Yeah.
more closer to doable, real tangible, you know, like a workout. Like, let me just sign up for a 12-week workout program and like see what do I get to at the end of the 12 weeks? It's like, yes, that's going to live inside a bigger thing in 26 by the end of the year, but like, let me dial it down. So it just feels more manageable. So anyway, I'm having her pick just a few things to try, and we're gonna
Yeah.
see.
And I like that you said that, just the making it more manageable, because I think when we start any kind of new program or the new year or anything that just feels like we're just learning it or whatever, like running a marathon, we just think of that end, and it is a huge process, right? Like, and then at some point we're so excited in the beginning, and I think it does feel overwhelming at some point, and we forget that we could have set ourselves up a little bit better to take on that whole pie and just do piece of the pie at a time instead. So yeah, manageable. That's keyword.
Yeah, I
I
agree. I
Yeah,
agree. I
yeah.
agree. Well, you thumbs down, but I think you meant to
I
thumbs
did.
up.
Oh, dang these bubbles.
Well, don't get overwhelmed. You're
Yeah, yeah, that's what I was saying. That's what I was saying.
right. Okay, so hopefully this is helpful. If you're feeling like your list is really long, pick a few things. I mean, pick if you need a manageable number, just pick 3 and start attacking them one by one. And at the end of the period of time, see how it went and then move on to the next. If it feels right, you may not move on, and that's okay too.
Exactly. And come back. Listen to some more fireside chats, because we'll probably have more tips as the year progresses. So
Yeah.
we'll talk to you later.
Okay, see you then. Bye.
Bye.